This is one of the things that I particularly dislike is the way this is laid out. You come in, you have a door, you then have to close it to go in to the ensuite. So we did it. We actually did it. We got a place. We are so excited. I know so many of you are new, so I want to reintroduce you to Anthony. He is my partner, but also my manager, so you can thank him when it comes to everything social media related. So we made a video basically describing what our dream house would look like. Obviously, this is not a dream house. This is a condo here in the city. We have realistic expectations based on the size. So we got one. We're going to do a complete gut renovation, and we wanted to share everything with you guys.
Obviously, this is a traditional cookie cutter Toronto apartment. There's nothing really fancy or unique or custom.
It's a very builder grade.
Yeah, this is a lot of people's first options when it comes to buying a place. We're very fortunate because of who Phoenix is that we have the opportunity to work with amazing brands, vendors, contractors. And so we want to take you guys through a very real and crazy renovation series. We're doing it from literally scratch. If you look at the designs Phoenix has come up with, it's going to look so beautiful. We're so excited. And we want to actually bring you guys along for the ride to see what it actually takes to do a renovation of this scale in a small place.
You can still live in a small space and still make it beautiful.
And also too, Phoenix is a designer, so obviously he's gonna make it beautiful.
It's a little extra, but I'm excited about it.
I have to live here too though. So we're gonna make sure that it's also functional because we have pretty similar design, even though there's some elements that are different. I think a lot of people really liked my design eye in the last video. Just saying. Some people thought I had better taste. Just saying, I'm kidding, I literally don't. I think you guys will really love the vision. This is not what you would typically see in a condo of this size. I think the design is really stunning. You will actually get to see it from the ground up. The good, the bad, the ugly. Construction never goes on time. I should know because I live with someone who pulls his hair out every day because it's always a mess. Let's actually take you through the apartment because we're really excited to show you guys.
Hi, I'm Adam. I'm a real estate salesperson for Spectrum Realty. When my brother Anthony came to me to look for a property, he was looking at a condo. So we found something downtown and he was looking for something along the lines of possibly 2 bedrooms, a den, perhaps 2 bathrooms, an open layout so he can, possibly put a gourmet kitchen in. And when he came to me with these ideas of possible, these renovations to make something super artistic and unique. So we went on the hunt and we found something that we thought fit perfectly. And now we're starting everything brand new, starting today, and we're so excited.
So our contractor, David, is going to be here in a minute. We're going to do a full walkthrough and he's going to tell me the realistic expectations of what I want to do and if we can actually do it. I've worked with David on a bunch of different projects now, so I'm really excited that he's going to be working on ours specifically because I know he's just as detail oriented as I am and he wants to make this look as good as I want to. He's also going to be responsible for managing all of the trades and making sure that everything stays on track. And we all know construction never actually stays on a schedule, but we're going to try our hardest to actually showcase everything that happens in real time with all of you so then you guys have a realistic expectation of how construction works as well. Hey David, come on in.
Nice to see you.
We're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna mic you up, so watch out.
Here we go. Thank you.
All right, come on in.
Phoenix and I have been working together for several years and we've worked on multiple projects. I'm really looking forward to actually working on his own home. I'm hoping to get this job done in a timely fashion and make these two super happy.
In the foyer, we're going to color drench all the walls in a really deep black. We're also going to do picture frame molding across the entire space itself on both sides so it feels like a gallery. We're also going to be bringing herringbone floors in the direction as you first come in so it has that really big impact. We're also going to have a really large backlit mirror with wall sconces when you first walk in as well. We're also going to bump out all the closets so all the picture frame molding is aligned perfectly. So this is the foyer itself. It's quite dark, but because we want to actually bring this wall forward for the closet itself, I want to have everything in line so we can do picture frame molding on both sides. And then on this wall here, when you first walk in, is going to be one large mirror that's going to be backlit. And then we're going to have a few wall sconces actually in the mirrors, just like accents.
All right,
and then to brighten it up in here as well, I want to have an additional light just so everything is more controlled within here. This is the washer dryer. We're not going to really do anything in here. It's just going to stay as is.
Yeah, I noticed on the plans that this is pretty much going to stay as is.
Yeah, nothing with there. And then this will be the full design for the foyer. This wall is obviously shared with the bathroom right there. So I know if we can move this forward, that'd be ideal. So then all the picture frame molding is aligned.
Sure.
But I also know once the demo happens, we'll find out what's actually in those walls if we can, because then we can actually extend the size of the shower itself.
Yeah, and prior to the demo, we can go around and cut some test holes just to see what's behind the walls before we even get to the demo process. So yeah, we need that for sure.
But we have our sort of powder room area here for guests or people coming. This will be quote unquote my bathroom, because even though we will share the main ensuite bathroom, Phoenix thinks I am not as clean as he is because he is a clean freak. So he's designated that I have to have my own bathroom for my own things, which is fine. Totally okay with that, especially since I got to choose the design and I can't wait for people to see what we're going to be doing in this room soon. But this area here is going to essentially be an area that I'll share with the guests. Obviously, I'll still use the ensuite too, but that goes without saying.
So for this bathroom itself, this wall here is one thing. If we can extend it, then we can have a much larger shower. It's already a really decent size to begin with.
Pretty good. It's pretty good size, actually.
Yeah. So we're going to do a full marble slabbed surround in the shower itself. And then the floor itself is going to be a custom mosaic that matches the same colors as the stone. I also want to add a cove light in the back along the perimeter for in here. New vanity, it's going to be the same finish for the countertop as the stone, all the way down. Plumbing fixtures will all remain in the same place.
Sorry for interrupting today's video, but we have a special message from our sponsor, Mudwater. As someone who takes pride in taking care of themselves personally, physically, and mentally, it comes down to a lot of very specific tasks. For me, I'm one of those health people that fast until 11 a.m. Now, don't hate on me. Trust me, some days it's hard, but that first meal or drink that I have every morning has to give me that extra boost of energy to keep me going throughout the entire day. So one of the first things I have before I have my smoothie at 11 is Mudwater. What's great about Mudwater is that it has 0 sugar and sweeteners in it, so I know that it doesn't break my fast before I have my first meal. Mudwater also has 35 milligrams of clean caffeine in it, which is great because it's half of your typical cup of coffee that most people would have in the morning. From a health perspective, I can also appreciate that it has lion's mane in it that really helps focus throughout the day, because if we're being honest, I am working from 7 a.m. to usually 7 p.m. every single day, and this really keeps me focused. It also has reishi and chaga in it, which are excellent in terms of really improving your immunity health. And if you really want to step up your health game and you look for those certified products, it is Whole30 approved and USDA certified.
Click the link in the description box or scan the QR code. Make sure you use my exclusive code DesignDaddy to get 15% off your starter kit plus a free frother.
Now back to the video.
The second bedroom is obviously going to be our walk-in closet. Anthony and I have a collection of so many clothes and shoes and bags. So because this is the smaller unit, we wanted to do a full wraparound hanging and open storage unit. So it feels like a display, but also can house everything. So I know we have a bunch of sprinkler systems in the closet and on this wall here. What we want to do is bring this ceiling height of this closet up as high as we can, because then we want to do a full wraparound perimeter for millwork as you walk in. We're also going to be replacing this sliding door with a new track system with soft close. So that's basically the design for here. Also, I would love to have maybe 2 to 3 directional kind of pot lights or cylindrical downlights in here, just so it's a little bit better.
We can use the existing power for that.
Beautiful.
It's going to be on like on a track.
No, they're going to be each individual.
Individual?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, obviously here we are in our, what will soon be gourmet kitchen. We have no island or any table at all, but we're looking to actually build out an island, bump this kitchen out, make it a little bit longer, and make it, I think, really, really stunning. We have some.
I love cooking, so I need to make sure that this is functional as well as aesthetic. So island is like an absolute necessity here. So because there is literally no counter space here, the first thing we want to do is add an island with seating. It's going to be like a much more narrow kind of projection for it. But we also want to add a microwave drawer. Alternatively, we might be bringing in a drink fridge in here as well, only because we're going to do the panel ready appliance that is going to be counter depth, which means we don't actually have a lot of room in the fridge itself. And then what I want to do is I also would like to flank this 30-inch cabinet on the opposite side as well. So we're extending the overall size. So we're going to do mirror on each side with the freezer underneath and the fridge above, but instead it'll be like a drawer below, and then it'll be a pocket door kind of coffee station. I would love to remove this bulkhead. I've got a feeling they just did this to frame it all the way around. We'll have to confirm where the plumbing comes from because this also I want to have removed. But that's the overall design itself. We're going to do a beautiful stone that's book match in the center. And then these cabinets, I want to move up higher. So then that way you can see more of the stone.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can get rid of this bulkhead. I'm pretty sure it's all just for aesthetics.
That's what I figured. They were doing like the builder grade size. So they just put everything around. The living room, we're not doing anything special to for the most part. It'll just be kind of furnished throughout. There's no kind of built-ins. For the primary bedroom, I want to remove a majority of the bulkheads on the ceiling so we can actually really color drench the space in a nice rich black color that's going to complement the foyer itself. We're going to continue that same herringbone floor in here. We're going to do a custom closet in here as well that removes those builder grade sliders, and it continues into the ensuite. For the primary ensuite, we're going to do a very similar design to the foyer itself. We're going to color drench it in a really deep oxblood versus a green that's going to be in the foyer. And we're going to do this beautiful Calcutta viola that's going to completely transform the space for all the shower walls as well as the vanity. We are also going to do a custom water jet marble mosaic for the flooring that's going to complement the marble.
So for this wall here, we're going to fur it out just so it's straight and consistent all the way through. We're not just going to do an area for the pocket door because that looks silly, because we actually need somewhere for the pocket door to go, right? Unless you use a barn door, but I'm not a big fan of those. Those are terrible.
Absolutely not. No doors. In the bedroom, I am not a huge fan of how massive they made these bulkheads. I got a feeling they just put them in as a perimeter. So I'd love to open this up to see where we can actually.
They did that for the HVAC system for sure. And they just mimicked and mirrored it just so it looks consistent all the way and symmetrical.
So more work for it to look like crap.
Right. Yeah, let's hope there's nothing in there and we can get rid of it and give it a lot more height in here.
Okay,
It'll look
beautiful.
a lot nicer.
For the window treatments for both, these are just kind of standard blackout ones they have. I also want to add a low voltage here. The reason why I want to bring a low voltage requirement for this area here is because we want to do automatic shades. That way they just tie in directly to a switch system or a home system. That way they can open and close through an app or through a switch. For the closet, this is going to be a little bit of a challenge because we have the electrical panel right here. So once again, once we open up the wall, we can see where that's being tied in. The closet is a pretty decent size. What we're going to do is we're going to bring it all the way up to demo this out, removing this bulkhead so we can have a much higher storage unit for the closet that we're going to have built in. Going into the ensuite itself, so you can see this beautiful charade of like opening and closing doors.
Right.
So this is obviously going to determine how thick we're going to be able to build this wall to have the pocket coming in here.
If at all.
In the ensuite itself, very similar design. We're going to do full slab for the surround, custom mosaic for inside and outside of the shower. We're going to do a much larger vanity to come to here. And then have it more kind of asymmetrical in terms of the design. We'll have the sink on one side for more kind of storage on one.
Is it going to be a deeper shower or is it going to be the same?
The same size, only because we can't move the plumbing for the toilet. Otherwise, I would move the toilet further. You usually can't do those in condos. They keep plumbing exactly where it is. That's why we'll make the vanity larger. So at least we have more surface area here. But the shower size itself is pretty decent. If we can move it a little bit further, we'll try, but we won't know that until all the walls are opened up anyways.
Yeah, this is gonna be nice.
We're super excited. Obviously, this is gonna be the beginning of a massive journey. Please make sure to check out Phoenix everywhere. Obviously, I'm gonna be the biggest self-promotional partner ever. He is amazing at what he does. We're so proud of everything he's achieved. And we feel very blessed that we get to do this and we get to do this with everybody watching.
It's been a very long time coming. We've been saving for quite some time and I'm so grateful and fortunate to have so many people following me across all my platforms that have actually allowed us to do this. All the projects I've worked on around the world, they've helped been able to fund this whole design and this project that I'm so excited to share with you guys.
All I just wanted was a coffee station.
And your own bathroom that was green.
Yeah, well that too. But that's because apparently I'm not as clean.
There's going to be something else he's going to want later on. Just wait for it.
Anyways, thanks guys for watching. We'll see you guys in the next vlog.